How to use Stoicism when the world feels chaotic. Chaos, it seems to be everywhere. Turn on the news and you'll see war, corruption, disaster. Scroll through social media and you'll feel the noise of arguments, envy, and outrage. Step into your own life and you may find uncertainty about money, work, relationships, or even the future itself. The world can feel like it's spinning out of control. And in moments like these, it's easy to ask, how am I supposed to stay calm in a world this chaotic? The answer, according to the Stoics, is not to control the chaos outside, but to master the calm inside. Because while you may not control the world, you always control yourself. Today, let's explore how to use Stoicism when the world feels chaotic. The nature of chaos. Life has always been chaotic. We sometimes believe our era is uniquely unstable, but history tells another story. The Stoics lived through wars, plagues, assassinations, and collapsing empires. Marcus Aurelius ruled during the Antonine Plague, a pandemic that killed millions across Rome. Seneca witnessed emperors rise and fall, often through violence and betrayal. Epictetus was born a slave and endured a life of hardship before teaching philosophy. And yet, instead of despairing, they discovered a profound truth. Chaos is not new. It is the natural state of the world. Marcus wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoic doesn't ask for a calm world. He learns to stay calm in a storm. The illusion of control. Much of our suffering comes from trying to control what we cannot. We want the world to be predictable. We want certainty, safety, stability. But the Stoics remind us that none of these are guaranteed. Epictetus taught his students the famous dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, our thoughts, our choices, our actions. Other things are not. What people say, what governments do, how the world unfolds. If we try to control the uncontrollable, we'll live in frustration. If we focus only on what's truly ours, we'll live in peace. When the world feels chaotic, the Stoic asks, where does my control end? And where does my acceptance begin? Practicing inner stillness. Seneca once said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. When chaos rages outside, the Stoic turns inward. He practices stillness, not as an escape, but as a source of clarity. Marcus Aurelius would retreat into his own mind, writing reflections to ground himself amid the noise of ruling an empire. You and I can do the same. When the news overwhelms you, pause. When your mind is racing, breathe. When everything feels uncertain, return to the present. For the present moment is always manageable. It is only when we project endlessly into the future that chaos drowns us. Reframing chaos as training. The Stoics saw chaos not as punishment, but as practice. Epictetus told his students, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. When life is calm, anyone can appear wise. But when life is chaotic, your true strength is revealed. Chaos tests your patience. Chaos trains your resilience. Chaos forces you to separate what truly matters from what does not. Imagine a sailor. Calm waters make for a pleasant trip, but they don't make him skilled. Storms do. In the same way, a chaotic world is your training ground for wisdom. The discipline of desire. The Stoics practiced 3 disciplines: desire, action, and assent. The first, desire, teaches us what to want and what not to want. In chaos, most people desire comfort, certainty, and safety, but these are fragile, easily stolen by events outside our control. The Stoic desires something stronger: virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, self-control. Because unlike wealth, reputation, or circumstance, virtue cannot be taken away. And if what you value most cannot be taken away, then chaos cannot truly harm you. The discipline of action. The second discipline is action. Chaos often paralyzes people. They don't know what to do, so they do nothing, or worse, they panic. But the Stoic asks, what is the right action here and now? Not the easiest, not the most popular, but the right one. MarcusAurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." When the world feels chaotic, the Stoic doesn't retreat into passivity. He acts calmly, wisely, justly, within his sphere of control. Even if the world is burning, he can choose to pour water on the flames rather than fuel them. The discipline of assent. The third discipline is assent, training the mind to judge events rightly. Chaos is not what happens, it is how we interpret what happens. Two people can face the same storm. One says, "This is the end." The other says, "This is my test." The event is the same, the judgment is different. The Stoics trained themselves to see every event through reason, not panic. So when the world feels chaotic, ask yourself, is this truly catastrophic, or am I making it so with my judgment? Often the world is not as unbearable as our imagination makes it. Modern chaos, Stoic calm. Let's bring this into today's world. News headlines scream disaster. Social media amplifies anger. Economic uncertainty breeds fear. It's easy to believe the world is falling apart. But here's a Stoic truth. Much of what we call chaos is perception. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." That doesn't mean we ignore problems. It means we approach them with clear eyes and steady hands, not with panic. Stoic practices for chaotic times. How do we practice Stoicism when the world feels chaotic? 1. Morning reflection. Begin your day like Marcus Aurelius. Remind yourself, today I may meet disturbance, uncertainty, and noise, but none of it can rob me of my reason or my character. 2. The dichotomy reminder. Write down 2 lists, what is within your control and what is not. Focus only on the first. 3. The view from above. Imagine seeing the world from a bird's eye view, or even from space. Suddenly, the chaos of your day becomes small, almost trivial compared to the vastness of existence. 4. Voluntary discomfort. Practice living simply at times, fasting, cold showers, limiting luxuries. It trains you to stay steady when chaos disrupts comfort. 5. Evening reflection. End your day as the Stoics did. Review your actions. Where did you stay calm? Where did you give in to chaos? This daily practice sharpens your resilience. The peace within the storm. Here is the final truth. The world will always be chaotic. There will always be storms, upheavals, and uncertainty. But within you, there can be calm. Think of the eye of a hurricane, still, unmoved, while winds rage around it. That is what Stoicism offers. The Stoics were not untouched by chaos. Marcus still ruled during plague. Seneca still faced exile. Epictetus still bore the scars of slavery. But they discovered something unshakable within themselves. And so can you. When the world feels chaotic, don't waste energy trying to stop the storm. Instead, become the calm center that no storm can move. If this message spoke to you, remember, Stoicism is not about escaping life. It's about engaging life with clarity, courage, and calm. Chaos will come, but how you meet it is your choice. So the next time the world feels overwhelming, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, I cannot control the storm, but I can control myself. Thank you for watching. If you found wisdom in this message, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and keep walking the Stoic path with us.